Somewhere in a dusty attic, in an old wooden box your grandmother never let anyone touch, there is a tool she used to keep you alive when you were just a few weeks old. You have probably never seen it. Your parents have probably forgotten it exists. And yet, without it, you might not be here today. In the next 10 minutes, I am going to show you 25 forgotten baby care tools that once lived in every nursery in America. Tools that were held by tired, loving hands at 3 in the morning. Tools that were passed down from mother to daughter like sacred heirlooms. Some of them will make you smile. Some of them will genuinely surprise you. And at least one of them will make you call your mom tonight just to ask her, "Did you really use this on me?" So stay until the end, because number 1 on this list is something almost every grandmother owned, and almost no one under 30 has ever seen. Let's step back into Grandma's nursery. Before there were apps that tracked a baby's temperature from a parent's phone, there was something much simpler, a mother's hand, and a handful of humble tools she trusted completely. 1. The rubber bulb syringe. This little rubber bulb sat in every diaper bag for decades. When a baby had a stuffy nose, there was no gentle machine to do the work. A parent simply squeezed it, placed it carefully at the edge of a tiny nostril, and released. It was uncomfortable, a little old-fashioned, but it worked, and it asked for nothing but a steady hand. 2. The cloth diaper and safety pin. Before soft, disposable diapers with wetness indicators existed, there was folded cotton cloth and a single safety pin, closed with a mother's practiced fingers in the dark, without ever once pricking the baby underneath. That kind of skill took months to learn, and nobody ever wrote an instruction manual for it. 3. The wash basin and washcloth. No sensors, no temperature displays, just a basin of water tested the old way. A mother's elbow dipped gently into the water because elbows are more sensitive to heat than fingers. It sounds almost too simple to be true, and yet it worked for generations. 4. The baby powder tin. A soft metal tin with a puff inside, used after every bath to keep tiny skin dry and comfortable. The smell alone could calm a fussy baby, because that scent meant one thing: safety. 5. The wooden rattle, carved by hand, sometimes by a grandfather, sometimes by a father who couldn't quite express his love in words, but could express it in wood and time. No batteries, no lights, just the simple sound of something shaking gently in a small hand. Now here's where things get a little more emotional, because these next few tools weren't just practical. They were part of a nightly ritual that many of us don't even remember, but our bodies do. 6. The wind-up music box mobile. It had no app, no playlist, no smart speaker. You had to physically turn a small metal key, and it played the same lullaby every single night, slowly winding down until it stopped. And somehow, that predictable, imperfect sound was more comforting than anything digital could ever be. 7. The hot water bottle, wrapped in a towel, placed gently at the foot of a crib on cold winter nights, never touching the baby directly, just enough to take the chill out of the sheets before they were laid down to sleep. 8. The wicker bassinet, light enough to carry from room to room, so a baby was never truly out of sight. There was something about that woven wood that felt warmer than plastic ever could. 9. The swaddling blanket, folded by hand. Long before there were Velcro wraps and zippered sleep sacks, there was a technique: a fold, a tuck, a wrap. Taught by a mother to her daughter, by a nurse to a new parent, by instinct passed down like a secret. 10. The rocking chair by the window. Not a tool exactly, but every grandmother's nursery had one. Worn smooth on the armrests from years of holding babies through fevers, through nightmares, through nothing at all except the simple need to be close to someone. 11. The glass baby bottle heavy, cold to the touch, sterilized in boiling water on the stove every single morning. No dishwasher-safe parts. No app reminding you it's feeding time. Just a clock in the kitchen and a mother who somehow always knew. 12. The bottle warmer pot. A small pot kept just for this purpose. water simmering gently while a bottle sat inside, warming slowly, tested against the inside of a wrist before it ever touched a baby's lips. 13. The hand crank food grinder. Long before smooth pouches of baby food lined store shelves, there was a small metal grinder clamped to the edge of the kitchen table, turning soft cooked vegetables into something a baby could safely eat. 14. The cloth bib with the snap button. Simple, thick cotton, washed and reused hundreds of times, softening a little more with every wash until it barely felt like fabric at all anymore. 15. The burp cloth over the shoulder, not bought from any store shelf, often cut from an old flannel shirt that used to belong to someone in the family, a small piece of comfort with a history nobody wrote down. 16. The mercury glass thermometer, held gently under a baby's arm for a full, patient 3 minutes, because there was no beep to tell you it was done, just waiting and trusting. 17. The baby scale with the sliding weight, a metal scale kept in the nursery, used every week to track growth by hand in a small notebook, long before any app could graph it for you. 18. The crib with the drop side rail, simple wood, lowered gently by hand so a tired parent could reach in without leaning too far, without waking a sleeping baby. 19. The baby bonnet, tied gently under the chin, protecting a soft little head from sun and wind, sewn sometimes by hand from leftover fabric. 20. The teething ring, frozen in the icebox, kept cold in the coldest part of the kitchen, brought out the moment a baby's gums began to ache, offering a small, cool relief that needed no batteries and no charging cable. 21. The cloth baby carrier, a long piece of fabric, wrapped and tied in a way that kept a baby close to a beating heart while hands were still free to work. 22. The diaper pail with the foot pedal, a small, practical detail. A foot pedal so tired hands never had to touch anything twice. 23. The baby book with handwritten pages, not a cloud backup, not a photo app, a physical book, filled in with careful handwriting, recording every first smile, every first word, every small miracle, in ink that has now outlasted decades. 24. The family recipe box for homemade formula and cereal recipes for oat water and rice cereal, written on index cards, tested and adjusted by mothers who trusted their own hands over any instruction on a package. 25. The nursery nightlight, simply a lamp with a soft cloth over it, no dimmer app, no smart bulb, just a warm, soft glow in the corner of a room, left on all night by someone who couldn't quite bring themselves to leave their baby completely in the dark. Look at that list again. None of these tools needed a battery. None of them needed an app, a subscription, or a software update. They needed only patience, love, and a pair of steady hands. Today, nurseries are filled with smart monitors, sleep tracking apps, and devices that can tell a parent almost anything about their baby except one thing: how it actually felt to be held. So here's my question for you, and I really want you to answer it in the comments. Which one of these 25 tools do you remember from your own childhood or your parents' stories? And more importantly, do you think today's smart technology has made parenting easier? Or has it quietly taken something precious away from it? Tell me below. I read every single comment. And if this video brought back a memory, do one simple thing for me. Call the person who raised you and thank them for every one of these small, forgotten tools they used to keep you alive and to keep you loved. I'll see you in the next one.